Yo, what is up, everybody, guys? Welcome back to the Marketing Podcast, guys. Me and my boy Maz, we're going to break down so many good topics and really going to bring some light onto some situations that I've seen personally that a lot of people, like influencers, artists, and just social media people in general, that face. How are you doing, bro?
Doing good, bro. Just out here grinding, man. Just trying to drop some game, bro. Some free game. Been in the business for a long time. Feel like I have enough exposure to, get people exposed to this as well. And they're gonna spread the knowledge.
Yeah, if you guys are watching this podcast for the first time, we own a marketing agency that pretty much been in business for about 4 years now. We've seen a lot of phases of Instagram and social media. We've seen the upbringing of TikTok. We've seen a lot of things. We are pretty qualified to be able to drop some really good game and knowledge. We've worked with literally thousands of clients at this point that all seen really good success, and we're proud of that. So we're just pretty much coming onto this podcast to drop some information that probably an artist or an influencer out there that just doesn't know this stuff, and we could probably, shed some light on those topics.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So yeah, just right off the bat, starting off with some questions that I usually get in DMs through comments and all of that stuff. So a lot of artists reach out to me and ask if they should be dropping their music in terms of singles, albums, EPs, and all of that stuff. So just share some of your opinions, and then I'm gonna share mine.
So when it comes to artists, I mean, it all depends on the artist, obviously, right? If you have a fan base that's really, really loyal and they're gonna listen to whatever you have to say, like a Kanye, like a Chance the Rapper, like a Kendrick, you can drop an album. That's not a problem at all. But if you're an artist that doesn't know or no one knows about, and people are just don't discover you organically, and it's really hard to get a fan base to listen to your music if you post a single, then I don't recommend dropping an album. It's a very controversial topic, and a lot of people have to say a lot of things about it. But personally, from my personal experience, what I've seen is when an artist spends all of his time, energy, and money on dropping an album, and then no one's gonna see it, that really hurts their ego, and that gives them a reason not to pursue music at a higher and more professional level. So when it comes to singles, personally, I really like the singles because a person can listen to a single and say, "Wow, that was a really good song. Maybe I'll go listen to another one." But that's never a guarantee. You never guaranteed that person's going to listen to your song again or ever again. So you want to just give them the option to have that music out there, promote it really hard, promote your single really hard. And then if it happens to blow up, awesome. Then you could go ahead and start building a fan base, drop an album, and then go do a tour. That's what 90% of artists do. If you see any of these artists out there, they blow up off singles, drop an album, the album does really well, and then they go on tour and then just sing the whole album. That's how it works.
100%. I have a similar opinion on that. So my opinion is sitting through a single is easier than sitting through an album. If you're a music fanatic, if you're a big Weeknd fan, if you're a big Justin Bieber fan, then maybe you'll sit through an album of Justin Bieber that just dropped. If it adds 10 to 12 songs, you're going to listen to each and every single one of the songs. And even in some songs, you're just going to skip the song. Like if it hits 1 minute mark, you aren't feeling it, just going to skip the song. But in a single, when it's just, it's just a 2-minute single, you can just sit through that single and just listen to the whole single. And maybe, you listen to that one track 2 to 3 times, because there are a lot of music, there's some music that is just, you listen to it once, you're a fan. There's some music and some taste where it's it's acquired. You have to listen to the track multiple times to really like it. And I feel like if you have a single, you can listen to a single multiple times and then get accustomed to it, add it to your own playlist and stuff like that. But if it's an album, listening to an album a couple of times is a hard thing, because usually people don't have that kind of time. So I have a similar opinion dropping an album. So my game on dropping an album is I've seen a lot of artists do this in the current stage of game, in current days, and I think that's a really good thing. Drop a couple of singles, drop 4 singles. After that, drop an album of 9 tracks with those singles included in that album. And I feel like that saves you a lot of game. That is just free publicity for your album as well. If those 4 tracks are good, people are going to listen to your album, even though the other tracks might not be good. They're just going to think, these tracks are good on the album. I'm going to listen to the other tracks as well. And then they're going to sit through the album. So the better thing,
I want to give you I want to ask you an honest question. When's the last time you listened to an album? Bro, honestly, when's the last time?
The last time I listened to an album was when Eminem dropped Kamikaze, bro.
Exactly. How long ago was that? That was a year ago.
Yeah, year and a half ago.
So if you, as a music connoisseur, you love music and you haven't listened to an album, why would someone else listen to an album? Well, I haven't listened to an album. I'll be honest. I haven't listened to an album for a couple, maybe 2 months now. And that's the thing, bro. Like, I don't know. Albums just don't resonate with me. And there's a lot of people that don't resonate with albums either. They're going to go to the hot new hip hop playlist out there on Apple Music or Rap Caviar on Spotify and just find the new hot singles that are out right now. They're going to probably listen to whatever their friends are listening to. It's all about social proof. If an album is just an album that you have to search their name, whatever, Eminem, Kamikaze album, whatever, you have to search that name because you're not going to find it on a playlist. You have to literally search that name and go listen to every single track. That's a lot of discipline. That's a lot of strength that artist needs to have be able to be successful with that.
Word, bro. Also, an album is a double-edged sword. If you drop an album that has a lot of different, like genres niched into it, someone that's just, like you're a fan of your pop music isn't gonna listen to the whole album because you're maybe doing rock in the album, maybe you're doing hip hop in the album, you're testing things out. And similarly, if you drop an album that is the same genre, people are gonna say that's stale. Each and every song sounds the same. Yeah. So it's a very double-edged sword. Because, like some people like one thing, the other people like the other thing, and you cannot make everyone happy. But with singles, if you drop a single that's pop, maybe your audience that likes pop will listen to that track. You drop a track that you drop another single that is maybe hip hop. The audience that likes hip hop music are gonna resonate with it and then listen to that. So I feel like dropping singles. And there is another thing, bro. If you're an album kind of guy, you just want to produce an album, go for an EP. So what is an EP? An EP is a shorter album. It's off, like 3 to 4 tracks. It isn't an official album. It's an EP. It's 4 tracks. Album are usually like 8 to 10 tracks. I feel like an EP is much better than an album, but I still think in the current game, maybe it'll change in the future, but in current state of game, dropping singles after every couple of months, after every month is much better than dropping an album after 6 months as well.
Agreed. So yeah, albums and singles, that's gonna be the debate of the century for artists, and they're always gonna try to find a way to persuade themselves to do whatever they want to do.
100%. Also the time feature, like the time variant in both of these. You can maybe drop a single after a couple of months and keep in like those headlines, keep in people's eyes, keep your image out there in front of the world. But dropping an album, making an album, and then dropping it takes a couple of months, maybe 6 months, maybe in a year.
Yeah.
And if you're not dropping consistently for a year, people are going to forget you, and all of your time is going to go to waste.
Yeah. So that's hopefully you guys learned something from both of our discussions. I kind of disagree with what he's saying, but everyone has their own opinion. This is an opinionated podcast, and there's no right answer. There's just the right way to do things. A lot of artists face these problems that they just try to just listen to whatever their minds tells them.
Mm-hmm. But don't get me wrong, bro. Albums are really good as well. Some of the the most popular artists, most popular bands are more famous because of their albums, not because of their tracks.
100%, yeah. But those are the popular artists. We're talking about the lower statistics, the 99%ers that just don't have any music presence yet, and they want to go out there and build that music presence. The way to do that is by singles, not by albums. My opinion.
Yeah, my opinion too. Blow up because of a single, and then drop an album.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying too.
That's just like Polo G. Polo G. There's in recent times he dropped a couple of singles.
And he was hot.
Yeah,
People
and then
really
he dropped
him.
an album. People listened to the album because they were becoming fans of him.
Yeah, that's
how
I
feel like
works.
that's game. Yeah.
Oh, bro, Polo G is just the best artist when it comes down to this stuff. The first time I saw Polo G was on a freestyle on Enor Banks' channel, and he was just doing the ukulele thing. And then next thing you know, full mainstream viral. The song went out. It went crazy viral. And then after that song, another song. Because he had catalog before that viral song came out with Battle Cry. It was called Battle Cry. And before that song, he had I would say 5 to 7 really good songs with music videos on YouTube already. So when someone listens to Battle Cry, they're just this is my favorite artist. I'm going to listen to everything he has to say. Oh, this another song that just came out, or the song that just came out a month ago, has a couple of million views. Let me go listen to that one too now, since I like this song so much. I'm gonna go listen to this next one. They didn't go straight to the album, because if Battle Cry came out, the song that he went viral off, and Battle Cry came out, okay, awesome, Battle Cry came out, but no one's gonna go, oh, he has an album, let me go listen to that 10 song album. No one's gonna do that. They're gonna just be on YouTube, listen and watch the music video, and then go to the other videos that are out there and watch those music videos as well. So that's how it works. Algorithm plays a lot of role in that too.
Olivia Rodrigo, she's an artist right now who's blowing up. I think she's the only anomaly that has blown up to an album. Her album is viral, bro. Like if you look up the charts, top 5 songs are from her album. And I didn't even know she existed before that album, but that album, it's like going viral, bro. And I feel like she's just an anomaly. In terms of she blew up from an album, people like Sway Lee and all of these artists blew like they blew up because of a single, Charlie Puth, and then they dropped albums. And I feel like that is the correct pattern as well. But if you're an album kind of person, just want to drop an album and all of that, sir, bro, no one's stopping you.
Yeah, no one's stopping you. You know, you're a creative director at the end of the day. You are directing your creative background, and through the creative creation is your music. So you should really take time and, you know, really do whatever your heart tells you to do. If you want to go drop an album, not for your fans, but for your own self, then do it. Like Russ dropped 11 albums before he ever went viral. Why? Because he wanted to make really good music and he believed in his mission. So you can take the long route like Russ did, or you could do the short, you know, viral strategy, you know, like the rapper machine, where you just keep pumping out singles and eventually one of them's going to hit. And then after that, you just run with that flame. Lil Mosey's a perfect example of that. He dropped that one song on Elevator, and now next thing you know, he's dropping albums and people listen to him. He has millions of followers, crazy stuff, big tours, everything like that. So it all depends on, you know, how you take it and how you want to do it, for sure.
Yeah, so talking about albums and big features on albums and all of that, sir, bro, like people are paying a lot of money to get featured these days. Drake features are going for millions, I hear. That's a lot of money. Polo G, I think, like sold a feature for like 500K, bro. That's a lot of money, and he's just blown up as well. And these days, I feel like features on albums are really important as well, because no one's gonna listen to 10 of the tracks that have the same guy singing. So you must have variation.
Unless you're J. Cole. You want platinum with no features.
J. Cole, bro. Like he's goated, bro. He's goated. You gotta be goated, or you gotta be like, you gotta play the game, or you gotta be J. Cole.
No, but yeah, features are so important. So like, you can't feature your best friend, you know, Lil Schmo down the street and expect to go, you know, viral. People are going to listen to songs. You know, I'm an artist, and I actually had the opportunity to make a song with Lil Pump in like 2016, 2017. I DM'd him, and we actually performed at the same show, and we had that interaction. Like, he knew me, I knew him, and I asked him how much for a feature, and he said $300. Whether he was gonna scam me or not, he did offer that opportunity for me to take it as an artist, and I didn't take it. So there's a lot of, you know, there's a lot of regret for that, but there's also a lesson learned. It means that like, you went out there and you tried to do it, but the regret is that you didn't actually get it done, and he went viral. But how many of these artists are actually going mainstream viral like Lil Pump? He has like 20 million followers right now. So my kind of regret is that like, I should have done it, but back then, paying $300 for a feature, I kind of didn't want to do it because I didn't think he was gonna go crazy as he thought, as he did. So it's kind of like a two-way thing. But if an artist is going out there and you're seeing, but now I'm so much more smarter. I can tell when an artist is gonna blow up. It's not that hard. You really know when an artist is blowing up is when he's selling out shows, he's doing numbers on his music videos and YouTube videos and Spotify's. He has millions of monthly listeners. That means he's on the way to going crazy viral. You know, it's only a matter of time. So if I was to tell an artist out there, if you have the opportunity to do a feature with a, you know, mainstream artist, what I would have done is I would have asked Lil Pump to not only just make a song with me, but let me fly you out, or let me fly out to you to make a music video as well and get it, you know, marketed by your marketing team. That's what I would have paid for. I would have paid $300 for the feature, a couple $1,000s for like all of the other stuff, and get that video crazy viral. And then now my name's known with Lil Pump because now we have affiliation with each other because we made a song. Same thing with any of these other artists. Let's just say, for example, you have the opportunity to make a song with whoever, Kodak Black, Young Thug, whoever. You know, you don't want to just make the song. The song's going to disappear within 2 months if it's not marketed properly. What you want to do, you really don't want to make a song with someone unless you're making a music video attached with that song. So people have social proof. So people can see that you're actually making songs with these other artists. And you actually are, you know, they mess with you. They don't actually just pay for a feature through like a promo or something like that, through a DM. You know, give me $10,000 on Cash App or whatever, and here's your feature. And it's probably a re-recorded verse that he made like 2 years ago. You should be able to make a full-on production if you have the budget, obviously, and really run with that, because that really could change your life. There's a lot of artists like Lil Keed, Lil Got It. These guys literally just came off Young Thug. Lil Durk, for example, was coming off like a bunch of artists. And he was big back then, but he started getting piggybacked by Drake, Lil Baby, and Lil Baby came from Gucci Mane. Like, so it's all like they got put on by someone else. I'm not saying that's the only way, but that's a really awesome opportunity if you can get that opportunity.
100%, 100%. Features are really expensive, but once you've paid that money, once you like dig deep into your pockets and pay that money, just like try to like squeeze each and everything out of it.
Yeah.
I feel like dropping remixes and all of that stuff of your featured like tracks is really good as well. So one artist that I listened to a track from was like Post Malone's feature. This guy, he's an unknown artist. Like the songs go something like Sushi and something like that.
Okay.
But he just got like a Post Malone feature like out of nowhere. He made 15 remixes of that songs, and each one of them is on YouTube.
Oh wow.
He's just milking money. You spend money. You want to get the money back. You've invested into you invested into your career. Get the profit back. He dropped 15 remixes of the track. And it's one of the remixes blew up, and he's making his money back through that. But I feel like there are two types of features. One's the feature of two guys that are on the same pedestal. Let's just say two famous artists that
they're well respected. Yeah,
that's not really a feature. That's really a collab. You can collab with people that are on the same pedestal. But if you're down here and you want to collab with someone that's long gone, you have to pay for a feature. And I feel like paying for a feature up to an extent is really worth it, because even if as you told about Lil Pump, even if the guy blows up a couple of years later, you can still piggyback off that, still blow up similarly. And I feel like what do you think is the margin of how much should you pay for a feature, and what's two out of it?
Yeah, so that's a good question. That's a really good question. Every price is different for every artist. Every different artist has different rates for how much they want to charge for their features. Some have big egos, so some people will just charge more even though their songs are not worth it. So it all depends on the artist. Let's just say there's a couple of tiers of artists. There's artists that already made it. They're huge. They're established. There's artists that are in the up and coming, that are on their way to seeing crazy success, but they're hot right now. They're on the XXL freshman list and stuff like that. Those artists are the ones that you really want to jump on, because those ones are going to take you to the top with them. And they're not overpriced like the ones that are super established. Like if you go out there and try to get a Drake feature, you're not getting a Drake feature. It's hard. It's really hard. It's really expensive. Don't bother that. Go for someone that's on the come up, that I'm not going to give names right now, but just someone that's hot right now. Find those guys and then piggyback off their success that they're going to start growing with time. So that's how you want to do it, is you want to find those artists. And in terms of pricing and payments, like I said before, you want to build a contract that pretty much entails a bunch of things. And you do not want to do it as an artist. The big problem that a lot of artists are doing is they're doing everything themselves. Get a manager, or pretend that you're a manager, that you're representing, Lil Schmo, and get this artist and tell him that he's doing XYZ numbers. We would love to do a collaboration with this artist because he has amazing music, whatever. So you are pretty much doing a pitch to that established artist, that XXL artist, whatever his name is. Let's give out names. Let's say 2K Baby is an artist that's really popular, and let's say your name is Lil Joe. Okay, Lil Joe needs to pay 2K Baby, but Lil Joe cannot hit up 2K Baby alone. He has to have a management representing Lil Joe, and he needs to talk to the management that's representing 2K Baby. Hopefully this makes sense. I'm not trying to get too intricate, but I'm just giving you guys the game plan. I'll make it very simple for you guys. So Lil Joe's management, which is himself, because you could represent yourself and just pretend that you're your own management. So, because not a lot of people have managers nowadays, and it's really hard, and you got to pay and all that stuff. So Lil Joe has a management team himself, and on paper, he pretty much writes up his records, his track record, how many streams he gets, what kind of music he has out, what is his objective when making a song with 2K Baby, whatever. He sends that contract out to 2K Baby's management. They give him a rate on how much everything will cost: music video, production, feature, mixing, mastering, engineering, all that stuff. So after you find that number of whatever it costs, you take into consideration, is it worth it or not? So that's where at the end of the day, you have to make that final decision as an artist to know if that song is actually worth it to make. So pretty much, after you make that decision, you talk to people, you get an understanding of if 2K Baby's on the potential uprise, if his music is really going to pop off, which it probably is. Then that's when you go and pull the trigger, and you have everything written in contract. You don't want to just send a Zelle payment or send a freaking wire transfer to his bank account, because you're gonna get scammed that way. A lot of artists don't even realize this. You're gonna get scammed by sending these kind of things to these artists. So what you want to do is write a contract just in case you get scammed. You have his signature. You could take into court, and you could get this guy's account or career ruined. You could take so much money from him. So you want to be protected as an independent artist, as a self-running independent artist. You want to be really protected. So these kind of things don't happen, because a lot of artists, you'd be surprised, bro, scam other artists and say, oh, I'll charge $5,000 for a feature, send it to my Zelle. And then next thing you know, they get ghosted and never get seen again. No contract was written up, nothing was written up, and they just get their money taken. That's sad.
That's sad, bro.
So, but going back to what you're saying is, you just got to make that self-decision to see if it was worth it or not, and understand if that's actually going to be something that is worth it, and it's going to potentially, pay off in the long run.
You got to see the long-term benefits as well. Like if in the long term it'll pay off and stuff like that as well. But I feel like if you're paying big bucks, bro, trust everyone that's listening, please listen. When you're paying the big bucks, you got to come with your A game, bro. Like, you got to drop the worst. That's the best verse you've ever versed.
Yeah.
When you're getting a Drake feature, like Hello Smiley.
Oh my gosh, shots fired.
When you have a Drake feature on a Take Eat beat, bro.
Oh,
Take Eat Drake, bro.
Oh no.
And you have the shittest verse. If I can swear on this podcast, he has the most verse I've ever listened.
Yeah.
The song is so unlistenable. Like, even if it was just like solo Drake, it was like a 30-minute song, just his
30
verse.
second
song.
Yeah.
It was just Drake's verse, bro. I would listen the F out of it, bro. But just because
that song was trash.
It's hot garbage, bro. Because the guys.
I think that Drake verse was pre-recorded though. Just the way it was made, I could tell that was pre-recorded. Drake didn't really care about it that much.
On the Take Eat beat, it looks so good.
Yeah.
It looks so good, but like, it just flowed off his.
Yeah.
Off the beat,
the
bro.
bars were perfect.
Guy, bro, he's just moaning, bro. The bar of, bro, like.
Yeah, he's trash.
Don't put me in the casket when I'm pale. Like, just keep me tan, because that's part of the brand, bro. That was hard, bro. Hard from Drake, bro. And that was like one of the best Drake verses.
You know who else fumbled? You know who else fumbled a Drake verse? Is freaking Draco the Ruler. This guy made a song with Drake, and he fumbled the bag, bro. He made it such a trash verse. I don't know why. When you're sitting next to Drake, there's a certain type of person that needs to basically be able to compete with Drake. And there's not a lot of people that could do that.
Yeah, you're not really competing with Drake, bro. Like, not a lot of artists, like, that'll get an Eminem feature can out-rap an Eminem.
Yeah.
But you just want to be, just be on the same level, bro. But these artists, man, they're wasting this money, this opportunity.
Yeah.
You're getting such a bad verse, and that's just negative marketing.
No one's gonna listen to those other tracks. I promise you that.
Yeah, everyone thinks you're trash now. You're famous, but for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah. Exactly.
One of the biggest fumbles I've ever seen, bro.
And Smiley actually didn't pay for a Drake feature. He's part of OVO, and he is just in their camp. I don't know how he actually got to the point where he probably had to do some dishes.
He finessed his way, bro.
I don't know how he got on that team, but that's insane.
Bro, someone check his knees, bro. Bro, he must be, bro. Like, his hands must be in some higher pockets, bro. Cause
he got connects.
Hot garbage.
Yeah,
bro. And on a Take Eat beat.
Oh, boys.
With Drake.
Yes.
And you're saying that's garbage.
That's sad.
Says something.
It's not that hard, bro. It really isn't that hard to like.
Well, stop moaning. I feel like if you just break down his bars, like they're well enough. If he just raps normally, it would be listenable. But he's just.
Have you ever heard Canadian music? They kind of have that really weird aesthetic of like, bro, they higher pitched and they just drag their words more and stuff.
The thing is, Drake's from Toronto as well.
Yeah.
Drake's Canadian as well. But I like read the comments on YouTube, and everyone was like, I'm from Toronto. I don't condemn this music. this music is just, bro, trash.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. It was just like it was like have you heard of Block Boy?
Block Boy, JB, yeah, of course.
Block Boy. It was just Block Boy but verse.
Yeah.
Have you heard the track Drake with Block Boy?
Like, look alive.
It was Block Boy but verse. Yeah. He moans a lot of it and stuff like that as well. But he's listenable.
At least he's listenable, and he did a little dance and all that stuff. That was fun.
Smiley's track was like. Trash.
Trash.
Drake carries tracks, but it was so garbage that even Drake couldn't carry the track, bro. Like that tells you the extent of things. I feel like these 21 Savage features, Eminem features, you don't have to out rap Eminem.
You just have to maintain decent music. You just gotta
come with your A game, bro. Come with your A game. Come with the best verse you've ever versed, and then like present this opportunity. First of all, before getting a feature, I swear to God, these features of Drake don't just pop up. You have to be in the works for the minute, bro. You have to work on Drake features.
You have to be really established, or you have to know some really higher people.
You have these months to write something, bro. Write some really good stuff, and the best stuff you write, you want to take that to the game, bro.
Yeah.
So yeah, on that note, bro, celebrity giveaways, giving away features and all of that stuff, and so that for like lower level people, upcoming artists, not like Drake's and all of that stuff. Are giveaways, entering giveaways good, and are doing giveaways? At what point of time do you think you have enough clout to do a celebrity giveaway?
So yeah, those celebrity giveaways are really, really crazy. I was looking at some of these, and then I know the agency that's running these things, and they're making a lot of money off these giveaways. You'd be surprised. They're making about 50% margin off every person that joins these giveaways. And the crazy part about these giveaways is that you're paying for a slot on, let's just say example, Lil Durk, Kodak Black. Look, basically Kodak Black is gonna post a picture, and he's gonna be posted in front of like 2 Teslas with like the bow on top of the hoods, and some like iPads or a PS5, and he's gonna tell all of his followers to, everyone go follow this account, and everyone that's following it, and then I'm gonna give a Tesla to someone. And that's how they're getting these celebrity giveaways to work. And it's just so hilarious to me, because let's just say a doctor, a lawyer, an artist, an influencer, there's gonna be a bunch of random people that are, that are gonna get followed by Kodak Black's fan base. And as a doctor, or as a dentist, or as a clinic, or whatever, do you want Kodak Black's following? I don't know. I wouldn't. I don't want Kodak Black's following, because 9 out of 10 times when it's a big giant following like that, and a person wants a PS5, it's usually a 10-year-old kid. And it's so low value. Like these little like Instagram accounts, they're just gonna, a bunch of little Indians, a bunch of little people that you don't need in your following are gonna start following you. And you paid a lot of money. I get it, it's kind of organic and real, but these people aren't following you because you're a cool person or anything like that. But they're following you because Kodak Black told you to.
But I feel like if your brand is surrounded around, like those age ranges, if you're a vape company, let's just say, a vape company like makes most of their money through teenagers, to like upper teens, 18, 19-year-olds. If
you're a business, that makes sense, but like I'm talking about, like if you're an artist and trying to get out there and paying for a celebrity giveaway, they're not going to listen to you.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, the drop-off value or the drop-off ratio for these celebrity giveaways is like 50%.
Maybe just pay the same money for a feature and just get them on, like the feature.
I'd say pay the same money to an agency that's actually going to help you grow like us.
Sure.
We can, listen, if we had like a $1,500 budget for an artist, and they went and they had 2 options. They come to Leballoo, or they come to freaking Kodak Black's celebrity giveaway. What do you honestly think is going to see, what are you going to see more value in? That Kodak Black giveaway or our company? Because the systems that we have in place, they're uncompetitable. Like, you can't beat our systems.
Well, we can make work with just 1% of what Kodak Black is probably gonna charge you, bro. Like we can make work with such low budgets, and we can just like maneuver our way around that. Because
the beauty about it is because we have so much data and so much technology and softwares and experiences and understanding of who our audience is, that we can go out there and target people for basically free. This. We have systems and softwares in place that can target 100,000 people, click of a button, and you will get messaged to all those people, and that's free on our end, because we grew to that point where we can pretty much provide that for our artists. So what we're pretty much doing nowadays is that we're trying to grow these artists as much as we can. That Kodak giveaway, you're gonna get maybe 10,000 followers, lose 7,000 of them, and have 3,000 followers that don't care what you say. That's pretty much what I'm thinking. But when you work with a company like us, we find people that care about what you want to say. We find people that actually genuinely want to know who you are. They will DM you. They will message you. They will like your pictures, watch your stories, and comment and DM and swipe up on your stories and everything like that.
Also, we can target Kodak Black's following without him giving you a shout out and all of that stuff as well.
Oh, heck yeah. We can contact or target any single following on Instagram. anything, even on Twitter as well and YouTube. We can go out there. You say you want a Kodak Black following, we can go out there and find Kodak Black's following without you ever actually having to pay Kodak Black for a shout out or a feature or a story post or anything like that. It's insane.
Yeah,
it's really
it's
better.
all relevant to budget, bro. Like, he's charging so much, we're charging so less. It just makes sense for you to like work with us, because we're gonna get you almost the same thing as him, even better, because most of his followers might not see like every single one of his Instagram posts that he does. And most people, like, if you go through people's Instagram pages that do this all celebrity shout outs and all that stuff, the least interactions that they get are on these sponsored posts and all of that stuff. Most likes and interactions that they get are on their personal stuff. We're gonna go out of our way. We're gonna find their following that are actually gonna care about you, people that are gonna actually care about your music, and we're gonna target them and bring them to your doorstep.
Those are the best people too. Those are the people that are actually genuinely curious and finding you in an organic fashion. You didn't follow them first, they followed you first. You didn't DM them first, they DM'd you first. That's all about organic, interaction, and you're being explored into a new demographic. And now those people are going to be so curious that they're going to go out and listen to your music, and if it's good, they will support you. That's how it works. I use the same system for my own personal Instagram, and it works so well. I get so many people that are always interested in what I do and who I am and what I represent, and they'll always consume my YouTube content. They'll send me screenshots of them listening to my music. They'll do all this kind of fun stuff, and it allows me to promote myself to an audience that just doesn't know who I exist yet, and then next thing you know, they'll know me, and then they'll be my fans, and that's the best way to do it.
Also, with our marketing, there isn't a second agenda for a person that's following you. Maybe a person that's following you because of Kodak Black, his agenda is mainly getting that PS4 that he's offering. Your music is the second option. For us, what we're targeting, even if someone has a second agenda, we also do celebrity giveaways. If you guys want to do like your own giveaway, your own, like you want to throw out a PS4 or some AirPods to some loyal followers and all of that stuff, we do that through email marketing as well. But in our main email marketing, there isn't a second agenda for someone that's coming to your doorstep, to your Instagram, to your Spotify and all of that stuff. The first thing they're coming for is to listen to your music that is going to be attractive to them. And if your music is good, just give us a DM, bro. If your music is good, you feel like you just have that music, not that marketing, just shoot us a DM, and we're going to take care of marketing, bro. It's such a big team. We're going to share, bro, like...
We have about enough people in our marketing agency to house about 15 to 2,000 artists. That's like, we can manage that. And we're just ready to grow. We're ready to like explore new artists and, work with new artists. We're always interested in understanding and discovering new talent. It's such an amazing opportunity. We have so many connections. We have so many resources that artists just don't have, and we're here to provide those for them. It's so awesome.
Also, as we were talking in the before this, in the previous segment, we were talking about like you want to get features from artists that are up and coming. We are a company that is up and coming. We aren't established as those like Sony marketing companies.
Yeah, exactly.
Those established companies have rates at their own expenses.
Yeah, like $300,000 entry level and stuff like that.
We're providing the similar services, even better services, for less money, because we're up and coming.
Yeah.
Maybe like in a couple of years, we're gonna be established and we're gonna be charging a lot of money as well. Grow with us. When we get to that point, we're gonna take you with us to that point as well, and we're gonna sit at the top together.
Yeah, there's gonna be so many opportunities when it comes to our company. We're gonna have in-store locations on Melrose. We're working on virtual experiences for artists. Let's just say you want to throw a concert, a 360-degree concert. We're working on those kind of things. We have like really cool studio rooms that we're working on, virtual studio rooms. They're going to be the most craziest things. I'm telling you, the things that I have planned, there will be no other company that could even come close to it. We're going to be the pioneers for the stuff that we actually do. Genius, they're kind of losers, bro. All they do is just sit an artist and have them explain their lyrics. We're going to have virtual concerts that are going to be 360 degrees. There's going to be fans sitting in a room, and the concert's going to be given to the artist without the artist actually being there. Holographic concerts. It's going to be the craziest stuff, bro.
Bro, the vision's insane, bro.
Yeah.
Another agenda of Ish going to Miami was for looking for warehouses, penthouses where we can, establish our own studios for artists to come in-house and record their music in front of us in our own studios.
And then we could record that content, give it that content to you, and, have that. This is so much We have such good technology. We have literally the best editing teams, the best editing softwares, the best editing tech, that if an artist wants to, work with us and get their, content, distributed and edited, they come to us and we could make the best content for them. Literally music video productions for half the cost of what people are actually charging out there.
Yeah, if you work with us, we do thumbnails for free, bro. Like that's a lot of charges. We do those for free.
The cover arts and thumbnails, literally we make professional stuff.
Yeah,
we just
so-
worked with Black China. We made our last thumbnail.
Yeah,
She came to us and she asked, let's do a thumbnail, and we did it. Literally, I would say 2 days.
Yeah, we're like one in all, bro. Like you come to us for distribution, for marketing, for a label, and all of that. So we're the only thing you need in your life, bro. Just approach us.
And we're not trying to be biased as well. We're just we really believe in our product. We really believe in understanding the artist perspective and the artist campaign. We've been studying this. We live and breathe this stuff. We don't do anything else besides running these amazing campaigns for artists. We want to be the best company out there. We want to be the Amazon of marketing. We want to understand an artist at such a deep perspective that no other agency will ever do that. And all these other agencies, they're just money hungry. Honestly, I've seen them. They won't budge. They like $1,500 and pay for the celebrity giveaway, and they don't care who you are. They don't want to care who you are. We actually go out of our way to listen to all of your songs, understand who you are, have a support team that is willing to answer any question you have. Get on Zoom calls with you, break down your numbers, do all of this amazing stuff. And, a lot of artists just don't know where to go for that kind of stuff. So if you're an artist watching this and you want to, really work with us, or if you have friends that are artists and want to work with us, send us a DM. Like literally you'll be able to talk to Moz. You'll be able to talk to some of our team members about the campaigns that we run. And if you're interested in all the services, we have people that are coming in from literally UAE, Dubai, different type of places out of the country, international people that I scouted out there, and I found the best talent and brought them to our team. They don't probably speak the best English, but they have the best engineering skills. These are literal Facebook engineers. They coded some of the Facebook code. So they, at the end of the Facebook, Facebook is now insourcing and in-housing different type of employees. We found the ones that couldn't do insourcing, that were doing virtual during COVID. All the people that were programmers for Facebook, now they're on our team. We have 2 of those guys from Dubai. And this is insane stuff. Like, this is literally things that people just don't understand, that we went out of our way to find these people that are ex-Facebook employees, ex-Google employees, and brought them to our company so we could provide the better experience for these artists.
Yo, bro, and also I'm going to talk about this in detail in an entrepreneur podcast, bro, but people that, that go in detail about accents, bro, he doesn't sound American, I'm not going to work with him and all of that. So, bro, he's the best in the best.
Yeah.
You're not going to work with him because he doesn't speak the best English, bro. That's trash.
That's
man.
racist, bro.
That's racist, 100%. Also, another point that I wanted to add to anyone that's interested in working with us, this company is ran by entrepreneurs. This company is ran by innovators, always looking to change the game, to bring some new thing into marketing and all of that. So if you're on followers, we're gonna be the one that's leading the thing. And we're young, bro. Like we're as old as you. A lot of artists that I work with are as old as me, and we know how things work. We know how hard it is to gather some budget, how hard it is to gather some money to invest into marketing. And we care about the budget you're spending with us and all of that stuff. And we know about the game more than any, people that own these marketing companies are 80 years old, bro. Like they don't know about anything.
Yeah, there's senior directors for Warner, senior executive officers for whatever.
Yeah, they couldn't care less if you blow up or not.
Yeah,
Just
they
trust.
have a team of 100 people, and they're just sitting on their yacht and drinking pina coladas.
Yeah,
they don't care about you.
Bro, I personally, this is a personal feeling. I feel really, really happy from within myself when a person gets, gets really good audience and he blows up, starts blowing up. Even if he doesn't blow up, fully go viral or mainstream.
It's still good to see those numbers go up.
I feel happy for them because in talking to them, I made a connection. A lot of artists that I work with follow me on my personal Instagram as well. I follow them back, and we're just developing these relationships. And it is good marketing as well. Market yourself to people that are in industry like us, and just network your way through stuff. And in future, if you're looking for artists that want to go out on tour with some famous artists, you're gonna be the #1 name because you've been networking with
Yeah,
us. You've
we
been in
know
touch
you.
with us.
Like Skirt Day, Jay Holmes, all these people, I know them about a name perspective, from a name basis, first name basis.
Skirt Day, another example, bro. Big shout out to the boy, bro. Like, he was the first artist that I got in touch with a couple of months ago. That you know, like that, I truly believed he could blow up. He had the budget, but he didn't know where to spend it. He had been scammed a lot of times, and I personally reached out to him. We got on a Zoom call, and he, you know, like, he liked me personally. He followed my personal Instagram. I followed him back. We got on marketing, and now he's doing insane numbers. He was doing a couple of thousand monthly listeners. He's doing 100,000.
Yeah, a couple 100,000 now. I saw it recently. It was insane stuff.
Yeah, he's blowing up, bro. He's also another thing that he focused on. We're gonna go in touch in detail in another podcast. I think we want to close this out on this. Is focus on different avenues. Don't just focus on Spotify. Don't just focus on SoundCloud. Don't just focus on YouTube. So for Skirt Day, as an example, he was doing good. He was doing really good numbers on YouTube, but he wasn't doing good enough numbers on Spotify and SoundCloud. So he, in the back of his mind, when I talked to him on Zoom call, he was like, "Bro, maybe I should just give up on Spotify. Maybe I should just give up on SoundCloud and just focus on YouTube." I was like, "Nah, bro. Just keep on growing. It isn't, you know, like it isn't taking much of your time or your money to keep running your Spotify or your SoundCloud. Your YouTube is going. That's good. It's good. It's getting good growth." But I told him, bro, like, keep focusing, and now he's doing really good numbers on both Spotify and SoundCloud. And like, you know, like, expanding your perspective, expanding your avenues of music platforms. There are a lot of platforms out there, bro. Just go to any distribution company.
There's like 130 platforms, stuff like that. Yeah.
But the top 5, top 6, you want to really focus on those and keep focusing on those. We got in touch with. We got in detail in our last podcast about TikTok as well.
Yeah.
We're gonna, if you guys have any questions regarding, you know, like, TikTok campaigns, a lot of that stuff, just shoot us a comment as well. We would love to, you know, like,
drop some comments, guys. Let us know what you guys want us to talk about. We could go really in depth in a lot of conversations and topics. So just let us know what you're facing as an artist. What's the biggest, stopping stone that's stopping you from actually, you know, accelerating as an artist? And we'll try to, like, break it down and give you some advice on what to do to combat whatever you're facing.
And it's free advice as well. We aren't charging anything.
Nothing. Free 99, bro. Yeah. Free 99.
And it's really helping artists, bro. This podcast and all that stuff. And hopefully we can keep these going for a very long time.
Yeah, let's get some artists on this podcast too. I want to get some artists. If you're an artist out there that wants to get on this podcast and you break down your own marketing strategies or what you're doing that's seeing success, or if you want to just get on the podcast in general and share your story, send us a DM. We'll love to have a conversation. We'll love to get you on board. We're going to be doing a virtual podcast. We got a really cool monitor that's going to be able to visualize you while we're sitting here too. So we'll all be able to talk together.
I feel like people will be interested in your life story more if you talk via your voice rather than just text. You can put your voice to, you can put your life story out there on text and on your Instagram and stuff like that. But if you jump on board our podcast, explain how you grew up, how you came up, and all of that stuff, maybe some label, maybe some scouting guy scouts you out and shoots you, you know, like a contract and stuff like that. And
you know, that's how it goes. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys sticking to the end. If you guys have any questions or want to get to work with us, just drop us a DM. Follow our Instagram account. Just message us. That's the easiest way to do it.
Yes,
Leballoo Marketing, guys.
Like and subscribe.
Go and like and subscribe. Share this podcast. We're going to be dropping some major game later on in the next few podcast episodes, so be ready for that. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's Ish, Maz, and we're out. Peace.